When anything in life begins to feel like a routine, that means a change needs to take place. You know, you need to add something new or do something new to bring the spark back. I'm no pro, but this is what I've learned on my journey, because there are days where I don't feel like praying. I don't feel like reading my Bible. And during these times, you know, I will switch things up. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, baby, I'm keeping my relationship with the Lord. I can't lose my relationship with the Lord. So I'm going to do anything that I got to do to keep it going, baby. And a lot of times, even when I don't feel like doing these things, I still do, especially prayer, because that's always gonna put you back in the game. Like, I can't go without praying. But for an example, sometimes I may journal. You know, I may write down my thoughts, or I may write down my prayers to the Lord, instead of actually saying it out loud or getting on my knees and pray. But I'm always gonna pray, but I also journal my prayers. Like, I always love to write my thoughts down. And sometimes I'll just write letters to the Lord, tell him how I'm feeling, or just write my prayers down to the Lord. And sometimes if I don't feel like reading the Bible, you know, I'll watch a video on YouTube, or somebody reading the Bible, like reading a book in the Bible, or explaining the book in the Bible, or giving a visualization of the Bible. You know, sometimes when we read the Bible, like, you know, we be thinking stuff in our head how it may look, but some people make videos on YouTube where they give you oh my goodness, visualizations. I don't know, but you know, just something different to add. You know, if I get tired of listening to the same gospel songs, I'm going to find me some new ones. Like, I'm always looking for new things to add in my relationship with God, to make it personal, to make it intimate, and to stay connected in any way possible. And there's so many things that you can implement. You know, people think when it comes to God, it has to be the same old. Like, no. Get creative. Get personal to keep that spark in the relationship. You know, change the environment. You can take a walk with God. You can spend time in nature with God and his creation. Talk to God there instead of at home. Do things with God, you know, that you've never done before. Add something new. The thing is, even when it comes to romantic relationship, you have to do new things to keep the relationship alive. If y'all doing the same old stuff every day, all day, like every year for my birthday, we gonna do this, you know, every day we just coming home, sitting on the couch, watching, like, no. Eventually somebody gonna get bored. Somebody gonna get like, okay, this is feeling like a chore. This is feeling like a routine. We need to add a spark. And we put all this time, effort, and creativity into everything and everyone else, and just give God the same old routine. You know, you can go shopping with God. You can go out to eat with God. You can invite God places with you. You know, we can include him in any and everything that we do.